Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Leslie and I am a mom, a teacher, and a lover of books. Today is one of my most exciting videos that I think I made, and it is going to be a 2026 reading journal flip through. First, I will just do a quiet flip through and then I will go into a little bit more detail. My three biggest inspirations for this reading journal are the following creators. The first is Rachel Catherine. The next is Katie is Reading, and the last, and this one is definitely the biggest inspiration, is the Darling Bookworm. And when I say that these are that this was inspired by those three, I mean that I literally took their spreads and copied and pasted them in. This is the first reading journal that I did, and I really wanted to find something that I knew that I would like, that I knew I would use, and the aesthetic of the Darling Bookworm is exactly what I was looking for. So I literally copied and pasted pretty much everything. So I highly recommend you check out her channel. She goes in depth month by month of her setting up all of her journal spreads. And the journal that I was inspired by was her 2025 journal. And she is amazing. She is so creative. And same with Katie is Reading. I mostly did like how I want to format my content. And then from Rachel, I just absolutely adore everything that she does. So I took Dutch doors from her. I borrowed her little like monthly tabs for some of it. And I liked her little scrapbook idea for my cover page. But definitely the biggest inspiration was the Darling Bookworm. So I'm going to stop yapping and I'm going to show you my 2026 reading journal setup. All right, so that was a super quick flip through of my reading journal. Now I'm going to go more in depth of each of the spreads. This reading journal I did get off of Amazon and I like it, although I don't think I'm going to be getting another light colored journal because it's not even the start of the year yet and it's already getting dirty on the edges. So next year I think that I'm going to definitely not get a light colored one. I do like that this one did not come with an index. It has two little bookmarks and it has the elastic band to hold it closed. I love that. The little foiling rose gold foiling on the front is stunning. I just don't love that it's already dirty before the start of the year, but it is what it is. All right, so on this first spread, The little floral edges already came with the journal. And then I've been using this packaging paper that I get with my Amazon orders for all of my headings. The black and white floral washi tape I got from Hobby Lobby, and the pink washi tape I got from Etsy. These are letters and numbers that I cut out with my Cricut of scrapbook paper that I believe I ordered from Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. This is written with a Micron pen. I think it's the Micron 05, I think, or Micron 5, something like that. This was completely inspired by Katie is Reading and Rachel Catherine. So the window in the middle, I cut everything out with my Cricut. So I tried to make it look like curtains that are tied back looking out onto a garden. I don't know how well I executed that, but that was my vision. I do have a book goal to read 52 books and color in each one based on the star rating that I give it. So there are 52 books here. I don't mind if I go over that. This is just the way that I wanted to track my reading goal. And all of this I just hand drew, copying pretty much exactly what they had on their bookshelves. This next one, I haven't filled in my rating system, but I do know what my rating system will look like. I just need to figure out, do I want to handwrite it, print it out, use my Cricut? I haven't quite decided yet, so that's why this is blank, but this is where I'm going to put my star rating and my spice rating. I don't believe that I'm going to do a 26 for 2026 because I just don't read that many books in a year, because I would pretty much only be choosing from that list. And I do want to allow myself the freedom to read new releases as they are coming as well. So these are just some of my priority TBR that I already own. This is where I'm going to track my book log. So I'm going to track how many books I read, the title of the book, how many pages are in it, the genre, and the star rating. The star rating is going to be colored the same way as the book goal pages, and then the genre is going to be colored in by the colors at the bottom. And I will show you how I plan to remember what marker I use for each color at the end of the video. This was a spread that I combined from Rachel Catherine and Katie is Reading. So Katie is Reading does this like fold out spread. It's really cool, but I love a Dutch door, and I don't read enough to have a purpose of Dutch doors as much as Rachel Catherine uses. But I decided to make my calendar a Dutch door. So basically, I'm just going to color code the book that I read, how long it takes me to read, and use this to track what days I read. Eventually, I will go through and have all of the dates numbered, but I think that I'm just going to do it month to month. The only reason that I did these ones was because the 1st of August is technically in part of July, and so it messed up that one a little bit. This is a spot for my monthly favorites and my book bracket to find the book of the year. So this I actually took inspired from a few different people. I don't remember all of the channels that I watched, but basically on this side, I'm going to put book covers of my favorite books of the month. And then over here, I'm going to do like the titles, and then for the book of the year, I'm going to put a cover picture for my book of the year there. This was another spread idea that I got from Rachel Catherine. So this is just black cardstock that I trimmed down to fit the 2 pages. These stickers I got from Hobby Lobby. They have a bunch of different colors. I got a pink set for next year. I think that I already have an idea of what I want to do for 2027, but I'm getting ahead of myself. These I printed out with print then cut on my Cricut, and these are just photo frames that I'm going to stick probably 4.5, 4.75, and 5-star reads for the year on this page, because I don't see myself having 18 5-star reads when I only read like 50 books a year. These I thought was so cool. I saw this idea a few times. So I'm going to put little Velcro dots, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to wait until the end of the year to do this or if I want to do it as I go. But these are 2026 book awards. So we have the best book, best FMC, best MMC, the best series, best standalone, my favorite author of the year, best side character, which couple has the best chemistry, book has the best plot, best friendship, prettiest cover, ugliest cover, best special edition, most emotional, best new release, biggest disappointment, and the worst book of the year. I think that is just so fun to have like an end of year recap. These so far are my anticipated releases. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this page because I am going to do a full video of my anticipated releases. This is how I'm going to try to do my series tracker this year, and this one is actually pretty cool. So in this pink folder thing, I got these teeny tiny little brass brads from Hobby Lobby, and inside I have more of these book stickers, and these book stickers I am coloring in every time I finish a book of a series, and then it's getting colored the same 5-star rating as I've been coloring them so that everything is nice and uniform throughout. But I just thought that this was so stinking cute and convenient because that way I don't have to hunt for my extra stickers every time that I start a new series. This was a setup that I borrowed, stole, however you want to call it, from the Darling Bookworm again. This was actually, I believe, her May spread idea with the tree and the beehive, but I wanted to add like a little park theme for this one because I wanted to do a Read the Rainbow, and since it is so bright and I had so much extra space, I wanted to do something that was going to fill the space. So I put little bees here, honey, and a little bike like they're walking through the park under a rainbow is what I was kind of thinking. But I don't know if I executed it very well, but I think that this spread looks so cute. Next, I have my book bingo, which I borrowed these ideas from various influencers as well. And then I also have my Reading A to Z challenge, which with these reading challenges, I don't plan to just read based off of I need to find a book set in summer. I can't read anything until I clear the bingo board. It's just going to be like, can I get a bingo just by like reading what I normally read? I'm trying to see how diverse my reading taste actually is. And then my Reading A to Z challenge, I actually borrowed this setup from Rachel Catherine. She usually does it as her TBR cart, but I don't have a TBR cart, so I still wanted to use the spread idea. So I am just going to color in a book and write the title every time that I read a book with that starts with the letter A or B or C or whatever it may be. And then this is what I was saying, that I borrowed Rachel Catherine's little tab ideas. So for these are going to be my monthly stats wrap up pages. And I think I'm going to try this year, see how I like it, and I might actually adjust it for 2027. Here's my thoughts just in case you want to consider implementing this as well. So ideally, I would like to do at least a 1/3 page book review for every book that I read so that I remember my thoughts throughout the years. Now, for this year, these are just my monthly wrap-up pages. And then after December's tab, this is going to start my book review pages, right? And then it's just going to be every book chronologically in order. But I'm wondering, how cool would it be if every single page, like book review in January, fit behind this tab? Now, what that would mean I would have to cut off the little edge for every single book review, whereas right now I don't have to do that. So I'm going to try it this way, see if I keep up with it, and if it doesn't seem too daunting, I would prefer to do that for 2027. Also, I tried to use my favorite pens. My favorite pens are the Tool pens. They're like TUL, and I wanted to see what it would look like in my reading journal. This is way too bold, so I'm going to invest in the Micron 005 size because this is too much. So when I do the rest, it's going to be in this size writing instead of this ridiculously bold font down here. You live, you learn, you try new things. Those are all of the pages that I have set up right now. I'm going to go through some of my favorite supplies. So let me adjust the angle and we'll go through those supplies together. All right, basically, I am just going to go through my most used supplies to my least used supplies that I might have only used for like 1 or 2 spreads. So let's begin with that. All right, so first, this is how much of the washi tape that I have left. So the pink washi tape definitely comes with a lot less than the Hobby Lobby washi tape does. So if you're going to invest, while yes, if you order from Etsy, you're going to be supporting small businesses, but it costs more money and you get less tape than if you do buy from Hobby Lobby. So take that as you will. I do like that the pink one is thinner. So when I was layering them, it was like a nice difference. So these are the 2 washi tapes that I used. The most common pens that I used were these drawing micro fine liners. They're basically knockoff Micron pens. I got these from Amazon and I liked that they came with all of the different sizes so that I could sample out which pens I used the most. From there, I went back to Hobby Lobby and I did invest in the Micron brand of those same sizes. So I use the 05 for most of my titles, the 02 for most of like my outlines, and the 005 for most of my writing that's not the titles. I also invested in like this brown color. It's like brown sepia, little tint of red color that also has all of the different sizes just in case I wanted more neutral tones instead of the black lines. From Amazon, I also got this pack of 5 pens that comes with 3 different colors. These are gel pens. I pretty much only bought it for the gold pen, but I started using the white is like a whiteout because I tried the Bic whiteout pens and it was so messy, but this gel pen is so pigmented that I was using it as precision whiteout. Loved it. If you're more of a silver girly, it also comes with silver too, but for my aesthetic, I really wanted the gold and white. Any pencil will do, but lately I've been loving the super cheap Bic pencils, and the erasers that I highly recommend you get are the white Pentel high polymer erasers. These leave no eraser marks. They are super, super great, and they're so big, like you're never gonna run out of this eraser. So these I've been using to trace everything out to like sketch everything out before I go back and trace it with the pens because I cannot be trusted with a pen in my hand. Now, the most common colors that I've been using are kind of a mix from a bunch of different places. So I'll show you what they like, where they come from. But this is a yellow and a green alcohol marker from Owoohoo, and I use these for some of my drawing. It doesn't bleed through. My notebook has 160 GSC, I believe is the acronym. Paper, basically it's just thicker than your typical printer paper, and these do not bleed through with this thickness, but they do bleed through on typical paper. So check the thickness of your paper before you use alcohol markers because they will bleed through. I also use these super tips, and if you notice, I put some like washi tape on the end that says what I use these markers for, and I also keep them separated from the rest of my packages so they're easy for me to grab. So this pink I use for any of my 5 stars. This green I use for 3 stars and my thrillers. This yellow, it colors yellow, like tannish yellow, is for my 2 stars. This yellow highlighter is for my fantasies and 1-star reads. And then this pink highlighter is for my 4 stars and my romance reads. The markers that I personally use are the Crayola Super Tips, and I ordered this pack of 100 off of Amazon. It was super affordable, probably like 15, 20 bucks for the pack of 100, and you get so many colors, and you really can differentiate what you want for your aesthetic so that you have like a wide variety of colors. These I ordered off of Amazon. They come with 24 pastel highlighters. Super cute. Some of them are actually kind of dark, but for the most part, I really do like them, and I use them for more than just my journal because I like that they have the precision tip and the chisel tip. Now for the more like specific journaly things, I got this corner punch from Hobby Lobby. I think it was around $6. I used the R10 size. It's not exactly the same size corner as my notebook, but it's close enough, and it just makes everything seem like it was meant to be there instead of like harsh straight lines when the rest of the notebook is curved. That's what I use this for. I got this mini hole punch, like it's not your typical size. It was like the medium-ish one for my brass brads. The brass brads that I got were $2.99 for a pack of 50, and they came with rose gold, like a gunmetal gray, and a silver. I only used one of the rose gold ones. Now, this game changer. This is glue tape. It definitely works better than a glue stick, and it's not nearly as messy as a liquid glue. Basically, it's like a little, think like the whiteout tape dispensers, but it's glue. Now, I got this pack off of Amazon. I think it came in a pack of 4 or 6. I've already used 3 of them. So next time that I order them, I definitely want to get a bigger roll now that I know how much I use it. They weren't very expensive. It was like $4 or $5, but it was definitely worth it. You also definitely need a pair of good, sharp scissors. And I don't like the super big ones. I feel like I don't have as much control. So I use like medium-sized craft scissors, not like itty bitty ones, but not like the full size ones either. I use my Cricut scissors personally, but any sharp, good scissors would work as well. These are the stickers that I got. It's only 1 sticker sheet, but I was only using it to spell out Hall of Fame, so I do have some extras, but this is how it comes. I also got it in silver and pink, and I think they might have some other colors over at Hobby Lobby too, but I'm not quite sure. These are the open book stickers that I made. I printed these on printable vinyl sheets, and I cut them kind of deep because if you know anything about the Cricut printable vinyl sheets, it's so hard to get them off. I think next time I do this, I would rather get like the Avery printable labels and cut them off of that instead because I don't like the printable vinyl from Cricut. But that's how I did that, was printable vinyl sheets. The last thing that I'm going to talk about, you actually didn't get to see in my video this time, but you will see it in future videos, were these 2 stamps that I bought off of Etsy. This one is a 5 chili spice, and they have different designs that you can use, but I liked this one. And this was a 5-star. They're not like filled in, they're just the outlines of both. And I'll show you the stamp that I got, like the ink. So I got this silver. I wish it was just gray, but it's silver, which like I guess is fine. but this I ordered off of Amazon. And the reason I got this one was so that I can color in myself the rating for the chili spice level and the star rating for every book. And it's not going to be that black harsh line. It'll be very subtle, which I'm so excited about. I do have a black one too, like a black ink pad, just in case I don't love it after the first one, but I think that I'm going to like it a lot. So I got that for future journal spreads. Again, the last things that I used for my journal setup were the pack of scrapbook paper that I want to say I got from Amazon. And this is what I was talking about with the packing paper. So when you order a package from Amazon and it gets sent in a box, not one of like the envelopes, but if it gets sent in a box, they send this brown paper, and I just saved a couple of pieces, and that's what I've been doing all of my titles on. I think it looks super cute, and it was practically free because girl math, if I order something else and it comes with a free paper, then I didn't pay anything for the paper, right? Yes. Those, I believe, are all of the supplies that I used to set up my 2026 reading journal. If you have any questions or you want specific links, let me know down below and I can get those out to you. For the most part, I pretty much got everything from Amazon, Hobby Lobby, or Etsy. But if you're looking for specific sellers, I can get that information to you. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching all the way until the end of this video. If you made it to the end, go ahead and drop me the notebook emoji. I think would be the most fitting for this one. Let me know, are you planning on doing a 2026 reading journal? Did you do one in 2025? What are some of your most favorite spreads, and what are some spreads that you don't use? If you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them in the comments below, because I've never done a reading journal before. I don't know exactly what will or won't work for me. I would love to have your input. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you in my next Bookmas video that should be coming in 2 days' time. And I hope you like, comment, and subscribe for more bookish content. Thanks, everybody. Bye.